Rancho Vista Ridge Manor, Grace and Jeremy came in making out, with Jeremy closing the door, and as he led her towards the living room. And as they went in, and he stopped her. What is it? Is anybody home? And as Grace continued kissing him, and as Jeremy led her to the couch, which they got on. Meanwhile, at the LAPD in the precinct area, mostly at Jack's desk, Jack's sitting there doing paperwork. To his iPhone rings, and he got it and saw his wife Roxanne and answered it. Hey honey, how's Philadelphia doing? And as Tamara came to Jack's desk, and Jack saw, look, I'm gonna have to cut this short. Don't worry, I will. And as Jack hung up and put the phone on the table. Are you Jack Graham? Yeah, this is him. How can I help you? I was told that you're handling the investigation of Andrew's poisoning, yeah? That I am. What about it? I may have some information that might help you regarding that case. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles courthouse in the trial room, Tay is thinking. To Sharon and Tyler came to the front where Taya is, and she turned and saw them. Mom, how are you? As well as I can be. Hey, don't worry. This will be over and you'll be proven innocent. Thank you. I need a favor from you. Sure. What is it? Is there a way you can get in touch with Martha? Meanwhile, at the Abigail apartment and Carl's apartment in the bedroom, Olivia and Carl are sitting in bed talking to each other. Look, I am not in a rush to be with Patrick, okay? You don't have to lie to me. I'm not. Anyways, I have to check on Brian. And as Olivia got up and went and left the room. Just as Carl got up and went and took out his iPad from his messenger bag and turned it on and went back and sat back on his bed and viewed the CCTV footage of Howard still tied in the chair, which appeared to be asleep, and as he looking. Everything is in play. You bastard! And as Carl turned and saw Olivia, who saw what's on his iPad, just as she came to where he is. You wanna tell me why my dad is in an unknown place on your iPad? It seems we both have something in common, having the ability to sneak up on one another. You harm my dad in any way. Can you shut up with your drama and let me explain this to you? Meanwhile, in Rebecca's new apartment in the living room, Rebecca is finished unpacking, just as someone knocked on her door. And Becca stopped and got up and head to the door. And arrived and got him. And it's Allison. So it's true. You are staying here after all. I've been here for a while. Just not in the LA area, but in the county no less. You see, I was living in Manhattan Beach till I decided I wanted to move close to family. I see now. So, what's this visiting concern? I was kinda hoping you and I can bond. And as Rebecca stepped aside and signaled Allison to come in, which she did. And as Becca closed the door and led Allison to the living room. Meanwhile, at the Haywood Ridge Manor in Bradley's room, Rita, Angela, Vince, Julian, and Bradley are talking. Seriously? You lot think my wife's an imposter? Dude, I think deep down you have the thought of that. You're right. It is quite clear given to what's been happening lately because all I know is for a fact that Karen would never walk away from a marriage without a fight. Exactly. Which is why we're telling you this information. Listen, I'm sorry I've been doubting you. Dad, it's fine. Now that you know, we have to form a plan before your marriage becomes obsolete as we all know it. Meanwhile, at the Good Charm Witch Manor in the front area, Karen's Lily, Susan, and Aaron are talking. I guess nobody in my family understands that I myself have needs of my own. Lady, get it in your head. You may look like my mom, talk like my mom, and did whatever homework you studied to be, but bear in mind, you would never be my mom, ever. I created you, and I sure as hell can destroy you. You're done with your theatric showdown. Wrong. I haven't even begun, and as Susan took her gun out and aimed it at Aaron, just as Rachel came in and saw what's going on. What the hell? And as Susan saw and ran and grabbed Rachel and wrapped her white arm around her, aiming the gun at her neck, which Aaron saw. No! Yes! It seems like your wife came at a bad time, and now I'm planning to make example to everyone in my family of what happens when someone stands in my way. Meanwhile, at the Seabrook Motel in Eddie's room, Jennifer and Eddie are lying in bed under their covers. And as Jennifer looked at Eddie, I really think I see paradise. Oh, and as Eddie looked at Jennifer, how do you figure this feeling inside when I'm with you? Even though technically this is our first date and all, I know. It just feels right. Same here. I don't have to worry about Katie, right? No need. She's for Chad. Good. While we're being here, I kinda have a confession to make. Let's hold up while we continue to do this. And as they begin kissing each other, soon resulting with Eddie getting on top of Jennifer, and as he began to make sweet love to her once again. Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Natalie and Eric at the table talking to each other. You seem to be getting people wild up lately. We both know why you're here. Howard, he does not deserve to be working at the pub. Last time I checked, hiring's in my department, not yours. You're the manager, but I'm the head owner who makes decisions on who works at the pub or not. And while we're on that, I just received word that you let somebody off the street work when you had no authorization to work there. Annie Collins ringing a bell? How do you know? I know all. Have you forgotten I have eyes all over the town? Not to mention my last name for the matter. We were short-staffed at the manor due to the fact, yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter. You don't hire people, I do. And based on the recent action, I am gonna try my best to convince Olivia to work here again. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna have Howard work here as well. You can't do that. Actually, I can, because I just did. And while we're on that, and as Eric took out an envelope from his pocket and laid it on the table before Natalie, and Natalie saw it. And as she got the envelope and opened it, and saw dozens of 20s inside. What's this? And as Natalie looked at Eric, consider that your servant's pay, because as of now, you no longer work here at the Grand Pub. Meanwhile, in New Caledonia at the Hudson Ridge Manor, Gloria and Jeff both came in, with Jeff closing the door. And as they viewed the place, wow, for a place like this, you would think they would at least touch up the place now and then. Considering that it's been abandoned, I kinda doubt it. True. Okay, we need to find others. Is it me, or do you find it strangely odd, and as they turn and face each other, that nobody responded when we text them? Yeah, now that you mention it, Maria hasn't called. Neither has Nate or Justin, and I'm really getting a bad feeling, Oi. We're gonna find them, I promise. Wrong, my friends. And as Lucas came in with the guards, with Gloria and Jeff turned and saw them, just as the guards went and point their guns at Gloria and Jeff. And as they look at Lucas, who saw them, you're just in time for the games to begin. Meanwhile, at the Rancho Vista Ridge Manor in the living room, Grace and Jeremy are making out on the couch. Till she stopped him. Thanks for that enjoyable holiday we took. We definitely need that. I say so. What do you say we continue this in our room before the real world as we know it kicks in? Sounds good to me. And as Daniel came in, oh, you're back. And as Grace and Jeremy saw him, and there it is. So, what happened while we were gone? Not much, mate. It's been quiet. Oh, I totally forgot. Frank and Mimi was murdered separately, apart from Frank's being like some Final Destination stuff. Yes, that does sound creepy when you think about it. Anyways, that was a short holiday you two took. We didn't want to go too far. Yeah. Is there something going on? Meanwhile, at the LAPD in one of the interview rooms, Tamara and Jack both came in, with Jack closing the door. And as they went and sat at the table and faced each other, I wish I would have came with this information sooner. Well, you're here now. That's all that matters. I believe you have some information regarding Andrew's poisoning, yeah? So what is it? I know this seems kind of daft, but when I was at the hospital, I told my former boyfriend that I find it kind of odd that his mom was nowhere to be seen. How's this relating to I came with Kevin Graham to support his sister, whose husband lies in a coma, and from the look that I saw from her, it's if she was cold and distant. Tamara, I don't exactly follow what you're trying to say here. Look, I get it. Really, I do. But the fact is, Andrew's in a coma fighting for his life while his wife is nowhere to be seen, which led me to believe that she might be hiding something for the matter. Meanwhile, in the hallway, Steve went to where Greg is, who saw him. Steve, is everything in place? Yeah, your transfer was successful. I'm guessing the big question is, are you ready to get back in the field? Yeah, I am. It's been a long time since I worked here, but I figure since my wife and I are gonna be here for a while, why not help out the station? And I thank you for that. And I have a high feeling to what case you want to pursue first. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles courthouse in the trial room, Taya, Sharon, and Tyler are talking. Sure, I see what I can do. We will find a way to get the Will, Karen, and Mildred out of there. I just feel so damn helpless of my trial when my best mate don't do this to yourself. I'm pretty certain Karen sees the kind of predicament you're in right now and that you're doing your best to help her. Anyways, I'll be back. And as Tyler turned and went, I left the room. Just as Lucy and Tristan came in and headed to where they are. And they all saw them. How you holding up? I cannot believe my mom's being sent to a psychological facility when it should be her imposter, but overall, I'm doing fine. I was also worried about you. Yeah, you okay, Mom? Yeah, best way I can be, but I know as soon as the trials start, there'll be more key witnesses. There's gotta be a way to put an end to all this madness. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Carl's apartment in the bedroom, Olivia and Carl are talking. So this entire scenario that's happening right now is all products I had to make it look as real as possible. But I promise you, no harm will happen to your dad. Look, Carl, I get it. I get how anxious you want Linda and Wayne to pay for killing your parents. Why do I get the distinct feeling that I regret saying anything to you? You don't have to worry, okay? I completely trust you, and I'm pretty certain everything that's happening must all be a part of the plan. I'm glad you get me, Olivia, because the last thing you want to do right now is double-cross me. You can spare the threats. You have my insurance, but I'm not going to interfere in your plan. But make no certain, Patrick and I are getting back together, bottom line. Meanwhile, in Rebecca's new apartment in the living room, Rebecca and Allison are talking. Look, I know you must be missing Kyle like crazy. I'm over Kyle. Really, I am. I'm tired of chasing someone who obviously not gonna pay me any attention to mine. Wow, what brought this on? I had a talk with my grandfather, aka your dad, at his tomb, and I realized I need to improve me own life and not let a man take over it. Don't get me wrong, I know the right guy is waiting for me, just like Jared, who was the right guy for you. Yeah, but it wasn't easy. In fact, it was a struggle. One you endured after he was almost killed by the Egyptian shadow killer. Yeah, I shouldn't have pushed him away. I get it. Point of the matter is, you and him are about to start a family as you know it. You know, with you being my niece and all, I think we should hang out a little bit more. I'm looking forward to that. Meanwhile, at the Havenhurst Ridge Manor in Bradley's room, Angela, Rita, Julian, Vince, and Bradley are talking. First thing, not gonna happen. My parents are the most powerful couple in history, and I'll be damned to let them walk away, which could be the biggest mistake in their lives. I am so proud at this moment to have you as my daughter. She's right, Dad. What's our game plan? Before we do anything, I have to go to Ravenwood to see Karen for myself. You're probably the reason to why she hasn't given up. She knows you're going to come save her in the end. Wow. So this is where the party is, and as Casey and Richard came in, and they saw them, we heard what happened. Second thought, let's set a plan right now. Meanwhile, at the Good Charm Ridge Manor in the front area, Karen's Blue, Susan, and Aaron are talking while Susan has Rachel at gunpoint. Look, you don't want to do this, trust me, but I do, and it's all thanks to you. I am sick of everyone plagiarizing me into this character that everyone seems to know. Why don't you just spare the addicts and just tell me to who you really are? Fine, I'll tell you. Not that it matters since the pair of you will be killed once I reveal all. The name is Susan Thornton, the new and improved version of Karen Goodcharm, better than that weak person, and although she was strong, I'm stronger. For you see, a new era is about to rise in ways you fools haven't seen. It's just too bad you two lot won't be around to see it. Guess again, and it's where your elbow Susan, and as she fell to the ground, while Aaron came to where Rachel is. Hey, you okay? Yeah, and as Susan got back up and head to the gun, but Rachel saw it and got it wrong. Yeah, not gonna happen. Getting back to where we left off. Where the hell is my mom? Meanwhile, at the Seabrook Motel in Eddie's room, Jennifer and Eddie are lying in bed under covers. I need to tell you something, and as Jennifer look at Eddie, promise me you won't get mad after I tell you, and as Eddie look at Jennifer. Okay, I promise. What is it? There's kind of a reason to why I asked you out on this date. You told me you were married to Rex, right? There's nothing else to know. Yeah, but look what that led me. Look, point of the matter is I understand. I want to move forward with me life, me destiny, and it seems to me that you're the perfect guy that fits in me picture. I really don't get it. Were you just using me in a way to help you move forward from Rex? Or better yet, Will? Like I said before, not one of my proudest moments, and I understand if you want to walk away before we even start this thing. I'm telling you this because I don't want any secrets between us. That's what cost me marriage with Will in the first place. What about Rex? Obviously, Rex is in another town, so I can't go anywhere, and also, he's on probation. Look, I gotta say, that's really bold of you to come forward. So, is it over between us? Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Nellie and Eric are talking. I'm sorry. Just because I decide to speak my mind, I'm not employed? Are you seriously kidding me? Now, before you start kicking off on me, there's a reason to why I fired you. Really? Because it sure as hell better be a good one, seeing that I'm about to fire a lawsuit. Can you calm the addicts, Natalie? I got a text about a proposition from you, and I was assuming it was the club Hollywood Saturday Club to be exact, yeah? That is the reason to why I'm firing you, because I want you to be the new owner of the club. Seriously? Yeah. I think you have the potential to make that club into your own. You have incredible leadership skills in what you do, and what you just did at the pub just proved it. I really don't know what to say here. Yeah, you do. You've been wanting this for a long time, so what do you say? Meanwhile, in New Caledonia at the Hudson Ridge Manor in the front area, Gloria and Jeff are facing Lucas with the guards who point the guns at them. First of all, how the hell did you manage to get here so damn fast? I have my ways, one that really don't concern you. Where is everybody? You don't just come up in here and start making demands, mate. So help me, if anything happens to Maria or my breath, save the threat speech. It's really getting tiresome. And as one of the guards shouts to death at Gloria, and as Jeff saw, and as she collapsed, and as Jeff caught her just in time in his arms, and as he looked at Lucas with the guards there, you have really made a grave mistake here. Really? Like you have? What are you talking about? And there it is. I don't know what you're talking about when you know damn well you know you do. But not to worry. I'm not revealed to others what you've done. Or at least not yet. But they will know soon. Meanwhile, at the Rancho Vista Ridge Manor in the living room, Grace, Jeremy, and Daniel are talking. Well, Jeremy and I were talking, and we decided to stay here in this house with you, if that's alright. Of course it's alright. We're family, and I know one day, yeah, I wish she was out now. Tina would be set free soon. Anyways, what's the scoop on you and Meredith? There is no me and Meredith. We're just mates for now, dude. You don't have to pretend. We know you like her. Like I said, mates. And after everything that happened between Amanda and I, not in a rush. Besides, if it was meant to be, it'll happen when the time is right. Well, I better head out to school. It ain't gonna prep itself. I'll go with you. Isn't your brother amazing at being loyal? That's what he does. Meanwhile, at the LAPD in one of the interview rooms, Tamara and Jack are talking. What do you believe she's hiding? Look, it doesn't take a detective to know when someone feels guilty. Also, when she confronted me, it sounded like what? She wasn't happy. Look, mate, I'm not trying to nose me way into their business, really, because it seems to me you are. I get it. You're her uncle, but this is huge, and if what I say is true, she's probably waiting for a chance to finish him off. Okay, Tamara, thanks for your statement. I see what I can do going forth. I came as a concerned citizen, and I applaud you for that. And as Tamara and Jack both got up, and as Tamara turned and went and left the room. Meanwhile, in the hallway, Steve and Greg are talking. I need answers to what the hell is going on. My wife and I understand, which is why you're officially back on duty, and I'll give this case to you. The photos on my desk. Thank you, mate. How is he? He hasn't still moved. My wife haven't left the hospital, and does the others? Caroline's stuck in Boston while Owen's finishing his residency in New York. Oliver said he'll try to come fast as he can. Look, mate, if you need anything from my wife and I appreciate that, Greg. And as Steve turned and walked away, just as Jack came to where Greg is, who saw him. I think I know why my little brother is here. He just wants some answers to what's happening with his son. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles courthouse in the trial room, Taya, Sharon, Lucy, and Tristan are talking. There may be a way, but so far, I haven't figured out yet. Mom, no way you're gonna get convicted. She's right, and as Tyler came back in to where they are, and they saw him, my brother's the best defense attorney there is. I was thinking about what you said, and I might be onto something. What do you mean? Yeah, Lucy might be right. What if somebody actually wanted Vanessa dead? To see other than the Cullens, I really don't see who else would. Actually, there is one person, and I have a feeling this person's been under our nose all this time. Yeah, but whom the longest could be, unless... Exactly. The imposter Karen. I knew I sensed something wasn't right with her on how quickly and calm she was when she tried to defend me and all. What exactly is her MO? I mean, she just recently ended things with Bradley. Obviously, she's aware of the history between my mom and Karen, so she decided to get rid of my mom by any means necessary, including having my mom accused of attempted murder just so she can destroy your family. Not gonna happen. They're about to start, and as they turned and saw more people coming in. Hang in there, Taya. Thanks. And as everyone went and took their respected spots. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment and Carl's apartment in the bedroom, Olivia and Carl are talking. How many times must I say this? I don't give a damn to who you want to be with. I think I should go. Yeah, I think you should. And as Olivia got up and head out of the room, just as Carl's iPhone rings, and he got it and saw who it is. And as he got up and head to the door, and saw Olivia down the hall almost to the front door, and as he closed the door and answered his iPhone. Hello? Yeah, everything is going quite well. Alright, I'll handle it. Meanwhile, outside, Olivia came to the hall and closed the door. And as she thinking, I'll never stop loving you, Carl. You and Brian mean the world to me. Meanwhile, at the Havenhurst Rich Manor in Bradley's room, Angela, Rita, Casey, Julian, Vince, Richard, and Bradley are talking. Before we do anything, has anybody contacted Aaron? I think he went over to your house, Bradley. He must have found out what's been going on. I'll give him a call. And as Angela got her iPhone up and began calling Aaron, but got his voicemail. And as Angela hung up, okay, here's how we're gonna play this. I'm gonna go to Ravenwood and visit your mom. So why don't we just all set a meeting place and we can plan this from there. Okay. Whatever we do, we cannot set off this fake mom. It could put our real mom in danger. I mean, does she even have assets at Ravenwood? If she's working for the Cullen family, it wouldn't surprise him, but we need to be on guard. I'll be back in a couple of hours. Text Aaron to meet us here. I'll do that right now. Good luck, Dad. And as Bradley turned and went and left his room. Meanwhile, at the Good Charm Rich Manor in the front area, Karen's little Susan, Rachel, and Aaron are talking. Ah, aren't you two like the ultimate dream team? How cute and adorable. Really? We're not gonna ask you again. You gonna kill me? Then go ahead. Cause if you do, you will never see Karen again. Tell me something. What's your agenda, really? I mean, you've already destroyed my mom's marriage. In fact, I have a funny feeling that's not the only thing you've done. You may be onto something, Aaron. Really? How you two figured that? Because some of us noticed something different about you ever since you returned from your trip. We all thought you were kidnapped by Frank and Mimi, but you came into this house like nothing ever happened. You just don't know what you're talking about. As for Karen, let's just say she's living in a familiar territory where your brother's wife was staying for treatment. Of course, I'm only telling you this so you can tell those fools. What are you up to? Trust me, this is only the beginning, because when this is over and done with, there will be only one Karen Goodcharm that's gonna be standing. And it's Aaron's iPhone beat. Speaking of those fools, I bet you it's probably them that text you to what's happening with me. Good luck with the whole rescuing thing, because it's not gonna be easy. And as Susan turned and went and left the place, while Rachel and Aaron continued talking. What the hell is going on? I don't know, but it sounds to me we really don't have much time. It is imperative we form a plan to save my mom before it's too late. Meanwhile, at the Seabrook Motel in Eddie and Jennifer's room, Jennifer and Eddie are lying in bed under the covers talking. I'm not going anywhere, which should answer your question. Why? I'm the last person to be judging anybody for the matter. Something tells me that we were fated to be together. Why don't you and I make it official? You and I as a couple? Couple? Why don't we take it to the next step as a married couple? Wait, what? You heard me correctly. If you're serious about us being fated together, then why don't we do it as husband and wife? Better yet, Jennifer Graham, will you marry me? Yes. Yes, I will. And as they begin kissing each other and pull back, I was thinking, why don't you and I get married immediately, if that's alright with you? As long as my bride-to-be is happy, that's fine with me. Even though I know you're using this marriage as a way to get over your feelings for Will, even though you were married to Rex a minute. Will's with my sister Kristen, and now I finally have a chance to be happy with you. Speaking of which, I don't have to also worry about Charity, right? Charity won't be a problem. Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Natalie and Eric are talking. You know, I have to admit, seriously, I thought wrong. Look, it's obviously you got what it takes to run a business, so you can't let your personal reasons affect of what you're doing. You don't know the history to it. Actually, I do. Look, I have known Taya as long as I can remember, and yeah, Howard stuffed up, but come on, we're all human. Just give the dude a break. You do know what family's like. Not because you're a ramming owl, I know what you mean. Clearly all he's doing is providing for his family. You are so lucky that you're handsome. And thank you for the job. I got many plans for that club. Good luck. And as Eric got up and went and walked away. Meanwhile, at the Grand Plaza Hotel in Rebecca's room, Rebecca came in. And as she closed the door and turned and head to her bed and arrived and sat down on it just as someone knocked on the door. Great. And as Becca got up and as she head back to the door and arrived and got it, and it's Samuel who saw. Hey sis, it's been quite a while now, hasn't it? You know it has. And as they begin hugging each other and pull away just as her brother Samuel came in, and as Becca closed the door, and as she turned and faced him, and as he did the same. So, what brings you here? How much time do you have? Sounds to me you have some good news. Yeah, I do. Here's the first one. I'm moving back here in Los Angeles. Why do I get the distinct feeling there's more? Meanwhile, in Yucca at the Hudson Ridge Manor in the front area, Jeff is facing Lucas with his wife in his arms while the guards continue aiming their guns at him. Look, I know you must be new to the game and not receive the heroism speech. I know you're responsible for my uncle's death. Yeah, I'm only gonna ask you once, then I'm charging in. Where are the others? Dude, haven't you been listening lately? You don't run this show, I do. Just tell me your endgame to what you and whoever here has in store for us. Come now, Jeff. One shouldn't rush when it all becomes clear soon. Until then, enjoy your nap. And as Lucas took out a gun and shot the cadet at Jeff, causing him to also collapse to the ground. You know what to do. And as the guards went and got both Gloria and Jeff up and carried them away, while Lucas got his iPhone out and called his dad. Hey, is Mom around? Good, it's done. Of course, it's time for the final phase in wiping these fools out once and for all.